techniques for the early detection of Alzheimer's disease using deep learning and transfer learning. Wow. An expert in computer vision, she applies advanced technologies such as GPT Vision Transformer and large language models to significantly enhance surveillance systems and medical diagnostics. Beyond her technical expertise, Opeyemi is a passionate advocate for the transformative power of technology. She empowers aspiring professionals through engaging talks, workshops, and mentorship, positioning her as a leader not just in technology, but in fostering a community committed to innovation and ethical AI practices. Opeyemi's visionary approach and dedication make her a beacon for future generations of engineers and scientists. Welcome with me, Opeyemi Adeniran, as she takes us through. In fact, I would love to hear her story. So over to you, Opeyemi Adeniran.
Thank you so much for this great opportunity. And reading my profile, wow, this is me. Thank you for that. And I want to say thank you all for the opportunity to speak to you and to address you all. My name is Opeyemi Adeniran, and I'm like she has said, I'm currently having my PhD in computer engineering, and I work with the Center of AI, where I lead innovative AI research and develop solutions. Okay, so I would love to share my screen, and can I share my screen? Yeah. Okay. And I just want to confirm, can everyone hear me?
Yes, we can. We can see
Okay.
your screen too.
Oh, good. Okay. So today I have like 3 key points that I would love to address. Number one, artificial intelligence. Secondly, becoming an AI engineer. And number three, break into tech. So I tried to like capture the whole essence of this presentation, and also try to ensure that we are able to at least we are able to like learn one or two things at the end of today's presentation. So I believe everybody understood artificial intelligence, or probably people are looking towards breaking into this field, or probably we just have a normal understanding, like a general understanding of AI. But I would love to first start with what is artificial intelligence. And artificial intelligence is the capability of a machine to imitate intelligent behavior, human behavior. It is a software agent deployed to make a machine exhibit one or more human capabilities. That means that anytime you are able to develop something that is able to think or do what human being can do, and that means you are incorporating an intelligence into the system, then that means you are developing an AI system. So it's an AI system, so which means that artificial intelligence is not something that just that is static or something like an object. It is a software that is deployed into a system. It can be a TV to make it smart. It can be a laptop. It can be a chatbot. It can be a web application. It can be a car. So it's just a software that is developed, right, to make a specific system or to make a specific object to become intelligent, to do what human can do. So what are the things humans can do? We can reason, we can think, we can make decisions, we can take actions, right? And so that is the goal of artificial intelligence. So what are the subsets of AI? I believe that people have been talking about AI, artificial intelligence, and people have also been mixing up what AI is all about. different concepts and subsets of AI. So I would love to like just educate us more on the subset of AI, which are number one, machine learning. So a process of automating how computers learn from their experience without human help. So that means that normally we have a conventional programming language, right? We have normal programming language or programming like building web applications or building different applications. They actually can do most of the things that they actually can do so many things, right? But the only thing we don't want is human interaction. Like we don't want to always go back to the web and say, we don't always want to go back to the web and update some things, right? We don't always want to go back to something and train, and we don't always want to go back to a system, and rerun it all over and over again. So that is the goal of artificial intelligence, to be able to automate itself, to do things like us human beings, we're able to do something based on our experience. I know that our normal way of like normal academics talk, right? You have to read to pass, right? So I know that, okay, if I have exam, at least I need to brush up or something so that I can remember. So so that I can remember, right? So that is the same thing. That is the goal. So machine learning is a process of automating computers to learn from experience, right? Without human action. And also some actions like when we're growing up, we don't know that we have to take care of our environments, right? When we're growing up, we just do a lot of things, right? We just act, right? But based on training, right? Based on training and based on our experience, we know that we need to wake up and do some certain tasks. Or based on your experience in touching a hot spot, right? You know that if I touch this spot, it's going to burn me. You're not going to touch it again. That's the same thing as machine learning. So now let's talk about deep learning. This is a field that is based on learning and improving on its own by examining computer algorithm. So deep learning this time around, machine learning still requires that machine learning, we can say it requires that I train it. I give it a sample of if I want my model to be able to if I want my system to be able to identify a dog, I need to train the system with series of dog, right? How the numbers of legs that the dog has, the numbers of eyes, the numbers of, different kinds and types of dog, right? And and then I test it and I get response back. I test it, I train it, I train a series of dog and I test it on another similar kind of dog to be able to see if it can actually understand if it can actually identify the dog. But for deep learning now, it requires you being able to tell the model to be able to identify different patterns. Just throw this data into the model and tell this model to be able to identify patterns, and you're also going to train it to be able to identify patterns, but you also need to train to identify patterns, but this time around it deals with a very large data set. So for machine learning, it's usually limited data sets, and but for deep learning, the major difference is that it requires a very large data set. And that's because of the evolution of this, our social media, where we all upload pages. Everybody is online, like you're on IG, you're on social media. And so there is always influx of large data sets, right? Large data. We are on several social networking platforms. And so this actually call for, with this influx of data, that means that we can actually train our model with a large amount of data. And so that's deep learning. It handles a bigger data and it can also make decisions. So now, if I'm able to train my model to be able to identify dog, deep learning, if I now put something similar to it, based on its experience, it can now give me, oh, this is a type of dog, right? It can now give me similar dogs, can now give me a sample of similar dogs, for example. So natural language process deals with the ability of machine to learn human language and translate them. I don't want to talk I don't want to spend too much time on this, but I just hope that we are able to understand different subsets of AI and how and not to mix them together. So as machine learning deals with a small data set, deep learning deals with a very large data set, and it can also make decisions based on experience, right? And why machine learning also, but for machine learning, you have to train it. For deep learning too, you have to train it, but it can also make predictions based on the based on what you have trained it on, and also make recommendations. That's what it can also make recommendation, right? Based on what you have used to train it. It can also identify different other patterns. So that's another differences between deep learning and machine learning. Deep learning can also identify other patterns that you didn't even train it with. Can identify other patterns within data set and categorize them into different fields. Okay, so that's just briefly differences between the machine learning, deep learning, and natural language process. While natural language process just deals with ability for a machine or computer system to be able to translate human language, to be able to translate human language, right? Because naturally, computer deals with zeros and ones, right? And so, now we want to be able to train our data, our model in human language. So how do we go about it, right? So natural language process is that field of artificial intelligence that helps us to achieve that. So let me just move to the next point. Okay. So AI capabilities, what are the AI capabilities? We have learning. So AI systems learn from data input to improve future responses, e.g. recommendation engine. So that means that with AI capability, I can train my model. For example, I can train my model on how to be able to understand people's career paths and give them recommendation on the type of job based on their career paths, right? I can say that, okay, I'm into project management. No, I study project management. What are the various careers in this field? What are the job opportunities? How does my profile aligns with this job? So the recommendation system can give me like your profile based on your course of study, your experience, you have like 70% match, right, with this job position or job roles. So that's example of like a recommendation engine. So which means that AI capability has ability to learn based on data inputs and also make recommendations, right? And tell you the future, can also make recommendations and also give you like the range or the percentage and give you a percentage, like a percentage to let you know how far the level of prediction, how the confidence score, let me just call it the confidence score of the results of the recommendation. So reasoning, AI can process information and make logical decisions. For example, it can analyze and accurate diagnosis and treatment plans. For real, like one of the projects I did was on Alzheimer's disease, and which was read earlier on. I was able to like classify I was able to develop a model that helps in classifying the Alzheimer's disease into three categories: the mild cognitive, the one that is very severe, and the one with a control with the control data, the one that those that do not have it. And this is for early detection of this kind of disease. So it can actually, we can actually use deep learning, we can actually use artificial intelligence to analyze records, right, diagnosis for early treatments and for diagnosis. Another thing I can also say about artificial intelligence is that it can also help in terms of the health sector also. If you notice that most of these machines and most of these machines or instruments that are used within the medical that are used by medical practitioners or within the medical space, they're always very expensive. Like it's so expensive for you to be able to diagnose somebody with Alzheimer's disease, for example. You have to go through the MRI scan, you have to go through those scan process, and those machines are very limited. But with the advent of artificial intelligence now, we can take in past records of MRI images, put it into train the model to be able to identify similar patterns that represent people that has this kind of disease, people that are mild and severe. And with this, we can also bring in new data to check, right? We can then bring in new data. We can then use this model, deploy it in real time, and use it to diagnose patients, right? Without even going into the hospital and going through the scanning. And this gives you a very high, it's also, we have with a very high accuracy, giving you the fact that this is assuring you the results of the diagnosis. So the role of artificial intelligence in medical care, for example, is I would say that is a very good thing, and because of the process, the time taken to go through the process, the medical appliances, right? The instruments, the equipment, which are not evenly distributed across board, like across nations, right? So self-corrections, for example, we all make use of all these AI tools like Killbots that helps you correct your English, your spellings, right? You can always copy your content and paste it on spell checking platform, and it's going to help you correct your English. And so AI can adjust its algorithm when errors are detected, e.g. like spell checking tools. So this is just me just talking to you and exposing you to about AI capabilities and how it is transforming our world. Let's talk about trends in AI. So I've spoken a bit on AI in health sector, right? Like in healthcare. And there is AI in autonomous vehicle for real, because nowadays most of these we now have cars that drives themselves, self-driving cars. I don't know if you heard about that. They drive themselves, and um this is based on the fact that they have been trained to identify um different positions and transportation routes, and which is based on the advent of computer vision, being able to train them on the images, right? How human being looks like, the difference between trees and humans, the difference between the traffic lights, the time taking for them for you to move within a space, So these self-driving cars, they are real and it's working, right? Is working and it's being used in some countries nowadays. So how is through artificial intelligence being able to train this model on diverse data set of images, videos, identifying different objects along the routes, and also training it on the and also training it, right? And also training it to identify different routes. We also have different in terms of edge AI. We also have our devices are not getting smarter and more intelligent, right? We now have different softwares that you can always download, and that can help you to um that can help you to check your blood pressure, So devices are becoming more smarter through the advent of artificial intelligence. So with there was a time I was able to see a software that was talking about that was trying to talk about the mental health, right? Trying to see if and he was just telling me that I should install this and I'm going to be able to understand the I'm going to understand the level of my mental health. And I was like, wow. So that is how artificial intelligence is making our system, our smartphones, our devices smart. Another thing is that you can also use artificial intelligence can also help you um in most for example, now we have these software assistant tools like your Siri. You can always tell your Siri to um you can always tell your Siri to help you dial a number to switch off your phone. And I think I can try it here. Hello, Siri. So if you try your Siri now, it's going to just hello, Siri. Hello, Siri. Okay, so my Siri is not working. So this is this is saying that you can use all these AI agents that are being installed on your system to be able to, like, perform some tasks, dial your number, call page, switch off your um tune in your video, tune in your TV, and lots more. So another thing we have is AI in finance. Of course, we can use in personalized financial advices, like so let me just rush down so I won't take much time. Personalized financial advice, like financial literacy, education. Many at times we don't know much about finance, especially due to the different career paths in the education system, right? So like everybody is in different fields. So we don't really know much about finance, but with the use of this artificial intelligence, it has helped to improve our financial literacy, in the sense that we are able to have access to information and also guide our and give us tailored advice based on our spending limits, our and on how to go about it. So also in education, like I said, you can develop a recommendation system that can tell you the your possible job roles, and I can also tell you the courses you need to learn, right? Giving you a tailored giving you a tailored information about your field of interest. So, and cybersecurity is something that is not a small thing now. It's something that is becoming so serious. And the use of AI in advanced threat detection is something that is still ongoing, right? And is something, right? Like this week, I was able to work on something called, I was able to work on something on cyber threats. And then the goal was for me to just enhance or improve the algorithm, the AES and RSA algorithm, to be able to detect, cyber threats in this cloud computing. So in data transmitted over the cloud. So that means that there is constantly an active work in this field, because the more we go online, right, the more we are exposed to all these threads, all these links, and I know that one way or the other, one or two of people around you have also experienced this, like people sending you some links on your WhatsApp, and you click on it, and before you know it, your whole WhatsApp is gone. And so AI is now working towards ensuring that how can we improve the security of people online. So we also have generative AI, and such as ChatGPT and gangs in transforming creative industry. So and that's just briefly about AI. That's not all about AI, but this is just for you to get exposed to what artificial intelligence is all about. And also I also want to inspire you towards becoming an AI engineer, because that is something that is the future of work. That is the future of work in That's the future of work, because that is where many organizations are moving towards. And I would love to inspire you to become one. And of course, it's getting easier and better every day. So becoming an AI engineer, insight into my AI career journey, how I started, I got a link from somebody. Okay, I started first by going for a data science boot camp. From there, I was able to, like, I was on the boot camp training for like 3 months. After which, after my 3 month training, I there was COVID-19, and then the use of there was COVID-19, and I couldn't even get I couldn't even get a good job, right? Because I finished training around late November, data science training. And 2020, it was 2019, and 2020 there was pandemic, and so all we could rely on was online jobs. And because there were less of this physical, there were less of these jobs, right? And so while I was navigating my path, I received an invitation from somebody that was telling me that, oh, we do this online course, online I see that you have I probably think the person who looked at my profile and probably think, oh, you are into data science and you can always improve your AI skills. So I joined this online community, and from this online community, I was able to, you know, like what one of the speakers just talked about, collaboration. I was able to collaborate with diverse people from different. I was able to collaborate with diverse people on its particular AI project that exposed me into the AI journey. So from data science, right, I was exposed to AI journey through joining an online community. And from my online community, I was exposed to different aspects of artificial intelligence. Don't forget that I do not have much experience. I was just able to get, I think, one job online after my data science training. That was on the uh, then after which it was COVID-19, then somebody reached out to me, hey, join this online platform where you can develop and enhance your AI skills. From there, I joined it and I got exposed. For my exposure, I met people, and these people started guiding me. I could remember that I was asking so much questions about the project and how I can go about it. Then that was when I got exposed to natural language processing, even web scraping, and so much more. And this, and through my exposure, I was able to like, okay, what's the next thing for me? Go learn more, get your hands dirty, go and find more courses online, to enhance your skills, to understand more about this. Then the next thing, um, based on my network, right, I was able to network and reach and meet people higher than me in this space, like people that are well experienced than me. And so I was able to network with them, have their number on my WhatsApp. And when there was an opportunity and so this community was thinking of enlarging their community towards different states, right? Towards different countries. And one of my networks said, hey, Ope, this will be a good chance for you to build your leadership skills and your collaboration. And she was pitching it to me, and I was like, I don't have experience. Like, I don't have experience. I don't know how to lead. I've never led any project before. And this is AI. This is not something I'm very good at. And I'm a beginner. I was just giving myself several excuses. And then she said I should give it a try, that she's going to help me. So I was glad that, oh, I have somebody that's going to help me in case I fumbled, right? So that was how I was exposed to this leadership, how I was able to take on leadership role in this space. And this actually helped to build my AI skills. Don't forget that I started by joining an AI project, got exposed by connecting with people, understanding what the project's all about. Then I was also exposed to some of the things that I do not understand, um like the natural language processing, the computer vision, web scraping, all these tools that I do not even know anything about. I was exposed to it because I needed to contribute something in the project. And of course, I was also after, like, I want to be able to, I don't like the fact that I should start a project and I should opt out, because of course some people opted out from the project, but I don't want to opt out. So despite that it was hard, I continued, I persist, and I ensured that I stayed to the end of the project. So how did I do that? Connect with people, reach out to them for guidance, and they were able to say, these are the things I need to learn. They gave me resources where I can learn it. And that was how I was able to contribute. Then they said I should focus on one thing, try and do something on this project. I received this career guidance. And from there, I was able to do something. Then after that, through the networking that I was able to build, then they were able to give me a leadership role. This leadership role did not come with any payment. So I just opted in, I accepted the leadership role. And I was saying to myself, I'm spending so much time on this thing, I'm not getting paid. Where am I going to? I'm not getting the job. So I said to myself, I'm going to use my experience to get myself a job. And that was how I was able to break into this AI field, right? And that was how my AI career started. So the reason why I'm sharing this with you is that I needed you, it's just to be able to let you know that for you to be able to grab one or two things, right, on how to develop yourself in this AI field. and also to be able to understand the power of collaboration, the power of joining a tech community, the power of trying to stay persistent, right? And the power of the fact that to be able to develop your tech skills by going through any relevant online courses. So I just explained what I've said. I just through my experience, I just explained briefly the steps that the career guide for you, the AI career guide, through my experience, I believe. So number one is understand the field. The first thing I think you need to do, based on my experience right now, I was able to jot these 4 points down. I think it's four, it's not actually three. These 4 points down. Why? Because I was also able to sit down and reflect on myself. What are the things, what are the steps I actually missed, right? That could have made my AI career journey easier and better. So number one, understand the field. Do you even understand what AI is all about? So what are the best ways for you to do? Like this, where we are right now, webinars, like what we are doing right now. You got exposed to AI, conferences, foundational online courses. Just try and find, don't try to know it. Just go and take any courses, attend any webinar. What are they even talking about? What is AI? What is deep learning? What is machine learning? Just have a general understanding of what this field is all about. That's all you just need to do first. I said to myself, this is actually what I needed to do first before I put my head in joining this community, right? The second thing is that now you understand what AI is all about, right? You know the concepts, you know the trends, you know its capability, right? Then now you can go online and or go for any training programs, get the skills. Then the next thing is that you can then build your profile through hands-on project. This can be done through by joining an online community. Like I was able to join an online community that helps me to build my projects. That is just a short story. This project was what I put in my portfolio, right? I put this project in my portfolio, and I used this project also to apply to university abroad. And I was like, wow, we don't know that you've done so many things in AI, and this actually opened door for me. So, and also I also was able to get a job with a company also in Lagos. Where am I going? Right? These your hands-on projects, they are important because it helps you to build the technical skills to that people need, that this organization needs, and also helps you to stand out, right? So I also, one thing I know I didn't get right in my journey is getting certified. So when I got into this AI company, and I was like, what? My journey trying to join online community, leading leadership was that I was feeling like I was feeling like I went through some processes because I didn't have enough guidance, right? I was trying to. Then I realized that I met people on the team that have not even done much projects, right? That I have done. So what made them stand out? Certification. Certification is important in this tech field, right? Because anybody can break into tech. So which means your background is does not really count, right? In fact, there is what we call expert domain. So even people that are not in with computer background now have even privileges now. Why? Because AI is coming into the field and we need people that are expert in that field. So if you can now bring AI into your field, you become an upscale, right? Because you have this expert knowledge, and you can then use artificial intelligence to enhance, to make, to solve problems, or to which helps you to stand out, right, in in your own field. So getting certification is important in this field. So especially in Nigeria, um, there's relevant certifications like Microsoft certifications. There are a lot of Microsoft certifications. There are a lot of IBM certification, but I think Microsoft is more prevalent in Nigeria, so it's good for us to tailor our certifications around that route, right? So this is AI that I'm talking about, but there are a lot of certifications also for different fields. right? But most of the time, even in cloud engineering, even in AI, even in data, even in no code, I heard somebody talking about no code. Microsoft has several certifications on that, and this is key. This is what these recruiters are also looking for. So that is one thing I know that I didn't totally get, right, when I was building my career in this AI field. When I joined the industry, I saw people that have certification, and they didn't even have much projects, right? Then on so but they were able to, you know, attract the recruiters because they have these certifications, and they were able to, like, based on their little experience, were able to pitch it, talk very well, and also prove what they've done so far, and they got the job. So I just gave you an hint into my AI career journey, what I did, what I did not do, um how you can go about it, right? So the next point I want to talk about is breaking to tech. The reason why I right? The reason why I talk more on AI for because that's my field, right? And that is where, and I'm trying to inspire you all, for those especially interested in AI, to come into this field. It's doable. It's doable. It's not it's not like, it's like every other course. It's like web design. It's like project management. It's like every other. So don't make it, don't, because it's AI, doesn't make like, hey, it has to be something like human. And that was why I started with the definition of artificial intelligence, and so that we can understand that it's not something that is that huge. It's just, I think it's just the name. And it's just something, the fact that it's doing things that human can do. And that makes it, and that calls for the big name. So now, should in case you are thinking about, this is the general approach for you, for those interested in breaking into tech. And I have been, and during this is the general approach of for people that are interested in breaking into tech. And this approach, I believe, like I said, has been I was able to sit down and think about, oh, for those outside the tech domain, like for those interested in breaking to tech, for example, those that did law, or those that did construction engineering or industrial, whatsoever. So how do you start a career in this tech field? So number one, know your why. You know, you have to know, why am I coming? Some you're coming for money. Okay. I see that software engineers earn more money, and I'm coming for the money. For those who are coming for the money, that's the motivation already, right? That means you're ready to go extra length, get this online course, get these skills, right? And go for it. So if you are coming to solve a problem, like, I truly want to solve a problem. I want to be like Mark. I want to be like Elon. I want to be like this. I want to have a business. And that's the motivation also. That means that the kind of things, that means the kind of things you'll be that means the kind of skills you'll be learning, and the way and your approach has to be different. So know your why. Why are you coming to the tech space? If you're able to identify your why, then that's good. They understand. Second thing is, understand your niche. Identify your areas of interest and passion, right? If you like to draw, you like to draw naturally without stress. To me, UI UX design is something you like. Design skills, you like, you can think about UI UX design, you can think about product management. Some people like to bring ideas into action, right? Into something that they can see, they can feel. Like, to me, people in art can go into product management because they're able to visualize people's problem, understand what is going on, right? They can go into product design. And some people like to manage people. I just like to talk. I like to lead people. I like that something exists. I like that. I hate project getting abandoned, right? You can think about product management. You can think about some people like business, product management, product designs. So you need to understand your niche. If you like to solve problems, you like to create something new. I just love something new, right? You can come into AI, you can come into AI, you can come into AI, right? Because it's all about improving the system, right? To act and behave like human. And that point you want to think about is that understanding your niche. I just want to address that a bit. And you want to able to you want to able to understand what are the things that interest me the most. If you like to stay overnight, like, you can watch movie overnight, you can analyze things, you can understand you can bring insight into things. Data scientist or business analyst is something that you love, because by the time they give you a business problem, you want to find out what is going on. How can I pitch? How can I let people that don't understand to see? Business analytics or something like that, or data analytics is something that is going to interest you. So you need to understand. So not everybody has to be the software engineer. And if you like to break down problems, software engineering is good. Software engineering is all about breaking down problems into the smallest unit, right? To be able to, into the smallest unit, breaking down, right? If you also love to if you also love to building things, right? Software engineering is also good for you, like solving problems. It's all about solving problems, right? To an achievable units, breaking down complex problems, right? That is software engineering. So if you like to solve problems, software engineering is something that you can do. And if you like to bring your ideas to life, web, you just wanted people to, you're happy when people are interacting with what you do. So you may probably think of web design and stuff like that. This is me just trying to um make you try to find your niche, try to understand your interests, right? Your natural passion, and bring it into the tech space, because this will serve as your motivation. This will not make you won't get burned out. You will love what you are doing.
Excuse me, Madam Opeyemi, kindly check your chat, please.
Okay.
Mm.
Yes. Oh. Okay. So the next thing we want to know your industry. So the next thing is career in tech. So you need to understand where is the intersection of my niche in the tech space. I think I've explained that. And know the industry, understand the roles. I think I've explained that through what I've said. Then get skilled. Try and take online courses and webinars. I think I've also explained that already. So the next thing is to build your portfolio. Start by replicating projects that others have done. Then volunteer develop reward projects for people to gain practical experience. You can join different communities, say that you want to build their websites, or just to build your portfolio. You can help your colleague who is starting up on his own business and say, oh, I can volunteer to develop this. Just build your own portfolio. And grow fast. Join online community, like I said, take on roles, leadership roles, and develop your leadership skills. Like I said, get certifications, get relevant certifications in your field of interest. And and that's all from my end. Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you for listening to me. Thank you for the opportunity, Mom in Tech Global. And that's all I have for today. Thank you so much.
Oh, yeah, that was hell of a ride. Thank you so much for your time. At least I hope we've learned. Of course, they will say AI is taking over jobs now, which entirely is not a lie, because I do say that ChatGPT have been helping my career for a long while now. So whatever we need to do, we need to incorporate